So, welcome in everybody to the Lotus Lounge. This is season 2, episode 28. We're so blessed and happy to have you guys here on the Plenty of Fish app. My name is Top Badge Umabi 1111, and I'm so very happy to have you guys here. So, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and give you your affirmations of the day. So, start your ones right now. I see Eli, you are fulfilled. Everything in your life is happening for you. That is your affirmation of the day. Angie, you are present. Today, you will pay close attention to the ideas that flow to you. Ashi, hi, what's up? You are limitless. You are constantly growing and upgrading yourself. Welcome in, everybody. We're doing affirmations right now. Put a 1 in the comments if you would like your affirmation. If I skipped anyone, I apologize. Just put them back in the comments. KJ, you are grateful. Gratitude awakens the good to unfold in your life. All right. Cam, I see you. You are worthy. You choose to show up fearless and true to your authentic voice. All right, everybody. Did we get everybody? Did anybody else want an affirmation for the day? You're welcome. Welcome in, guys. This is a featured stream. And I just want you guys to spend an hour with me and just chillax. You know, this is your middle of the week stream. Things could get hectic in the real world, on streams, in our personal lives. And sometimes you just need a place to come and chill and just get back to like what it's all about. And what is it all about? It's all about living and loving spiritually. Princess, you are open. Your higher guidance communicates with you through ideas. Stay open to receiving messages everywhere. This is why I like cards like this. I have like over 30 decks in my house because I think that spirit, the universe, God, angels, whatever you want to call it, there is no discrimination here. Whatever you want to call it, I feel that they're always speaking to us and reminding us that we're not alone, you know? Put a 1 in the comments if you've ever felt alone, because that is a really big thing. It's very easy to get like to be around a lot of people or even, you know, be in a relationship or friendships and still feel like you're alone or you're misunderstood, right? So it's nice when you can have cards like this that remind you you're here, you're doing a great job being just exactly perfect as you are, and just remembering that this life is so much more than what you think it is. Can I say something? Your life is so much more than what people think about you. Yeah, that hits, right? Your life is so much more than what people think about you. Your life is so much more than what is required of you. And when I say required, I mean the titles. You are more, I'm talking to someone in here, you are more than the title of mother, father, daughter, son, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, auntie, friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. You are so much more than that. How much time do you take to really sit and think about your life and why you are here? Do you take like a minute a day, an hour, a couple hours a day, a week, right? These are things you want to face within yourself. We are more than the titles. We are more than the labels. We are more than what we allow ourselves to be and show up as. And I keep saying this because for those of you that don't know, I am a CEO of a metaphysical center where I work with my clients and my students every day in these kinds of matters, just reminding people that you are so much more than these boxes you put yourself in. You know what I mean? Break out of your box, expand, ask for more. Who here watches Snowfall? Put a 1 in the comments if you watch Snowfall. People be like, Uma, you watch TV? Yes, child, I watch TV, okay? I'm not too spiritual. I'm not sitting on a mountain somewhere that I can't watch TV. I do watch TV. So who here watches Snowfall? Does anybody watch Snowfall? They're like the new season just started, and it's about, you know, the whole drug game that started way back 80s, 90s, I guess, that started in LA and everything, the crack epidemic. And there was one of the players was Leon, and the end of last season, he just decided to leave the game and go to Africa. You know what I'm saying? He just decided to leave the game and just go to Africa. And I was like, that is exactly what I'm trying to talk about right now. Sometimes you got to take a step out of your life. Sometimes you just got to walk away and feel like, I got to experience more than what I'm currently experiencing. How many of you travel? Put a one in the comments if you travel. And I could talk about like traveling outside of your state. Have you traveled outside of your town? Do you know, in my lifetime I have traveled to over 30 countries. And it's interesting to me when I meet people who don't travel, because it really affects your mindset. Did you know that it affects your mindset? One in the comments if you travel, because I remember when I lived in West Palm Beach, Florida, I worked at this psychiatric and addiction center where I met the woman that was working there as a secretary. And this was now based in Riviera Beach, Florida. And do you know, she never even left Riviera Beach, Florida. I'm talking, she never went to Orlando, to Disney World. She never went to Key West, never went to Tampa, St. Petersburg. That's all within driving distance. And unfortunately, she was a very closed-minded person. You know, she was a very closed-minded person. We had to end up letting her go. And it was a very toxic situation. But the one thing I think about people who travel is that you get a better sense of the world, and you have a better expanded view of everything that I'm going through. It doesn't just stay right here. You know what I mean? There's so much more to it. There's so much more to life. How many of you have plans to travel this year? Put a one in the comments or tell us where you're going. I know I'm going to a couple of places this month included. You guys will see me streaming from another location. I'm not going to tell you just yet. You'll just see me, sometime this month in a whole new place. And you'll be like, whoa, Uma, when'd you go there? But I tend to travel every month or every other month, because it just reminds me that, Uma, what you feel and what you feel in this moment in time is just that. It's just in this moment in time. There's so much more life out there. You know what I'm saying? There's so much more life out there. So welcome in, everybody. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge. It is a metaphysical experience here on streams. So blessed, so happy to have you guys here. And I know you guys are kind of like just listening. Somebody told me that last night. I was like, am I in here alone? And like 10 people were like, no, you're not alone. And I was like, but how come nobody says anything? And this one guy said, we just get wrapped up in your storytelling. You just have a really good way of pulling people in that we forget to just say, hey, I'm here. But do me a favor and say, hey, I'm here, so I could know I'm not alone. Thank you, Sunny, right? Okay, so redesign is going to either Costa Rica or Greece. I love it. Hello, Hillary. Savage just wanted to come back to the East Coast. Hi, Scan. Welcome in. Y'all hit Scan with a fave as well. He has a featured show. Please drop it in the comments. All of my top badges, welcome in. Say hello. And all of you who have featured streams, please drop it in the comments. We definitely want the app to know where to go for these featured streams. All right. They're a great place for you to be and for you to spend your energy on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the blog. So guys, I have a website where I post my blog every week. The website is called thelotusandthelight.com. If you want to read the blog for yourself, I know some people are visual creatures. And every week I think about something that's going on in my personal life or in astrology or in the psychic world or spiritual world. And I just pick a topic and I write about it. And this week it was a bit of a personal blog because as you guys, let me ask that question. Put a 2 in the comments if you've been kind of going through it this week, right? And there's a reason for that. Put a 2 in the comments if you've just been having some strong emotions, disagreements, quarrels, whatever's going on in the world. Yeah, did you know we're in Pisces season? Hi, Pisces. Hello to my little Pisces out there. I'm a Capricorn sun, a Gemini moon, and a Sag rising. There is no water there, okay? So it is very uncomfortable for Earth, air, fire person. We're like, what is all of this? I find myself like just crying every day and I don't even understand. Sometimes I'm just talking to my friends. I'm like, I don't even know I'm crying, but just ignore me. Just ignore me and hopefully it'll pass. It'll pass, all right? Happy belated birthday. Scantron. Pisces, March 1st. Yes. So it's been a very emotional time. And we just had the Pisces moon. And now we're moving into, we're in Mercury in Pisces. And now we're moving into Saturn in Pisces. So we're having, a lot of us are being given a lot of lessons and learning a lot about our emotional growth right now. Does that resonate for you? We're learning about what works for us, what doesn't work for us, who works for us, who doesn't work for us. So for a lot of us, we're letting go. We're letting go of maybe old situations or habits or people that no longer are we're in alignment with. But I have to, I'm raising two of them, February 25th and March 2nd. And of course, our guest today is Pisces. Pisces, did we plan that or did the universe plan that? Hmm, you know, it's like, wait a minute now. We just realized that, you know, it's like, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. But we, you know, it's a very feeling emotional time. But I just want to remind people, when we let go of people or situations or things, it does not mean they're bad people or situations or things. It just means that as we continue on this journey in life, not everyone is meant to walk with us. And that is what my blog is about. All right. So I'm going to take 5 minutes to just talk about this blog, to read it through. I look forward to seeing your comments in the comment section so we could talk about it before we bring in our beautiful guest, Pisces, today. All right. Welcome in, everybody. So the title of my blog today, it's not rejection, it's redirection. I'm happy that I understand natural laws, because if I didn't, I swear I would be a heaping mess on the floor every time something unpleasant happened to me. My learning of the laws included the law of duality, and it came in handy these past 2 weeks when things seemingly took a downward turn. My first instinct, as in every human's instinct, is to self-blame and depreciate my worth. It's my fault this is happening. I found myself almost saying that, but then quickly followed up with another thought, much more lighter and more realistic. No, it's not. It's the law of duality in effect again. Let me explain. This past week, I fell out of favor with approximately 3 friends. 3 people that I have been rocking with and enjoying their company for a few months now. I felt saddened by the loss and their subsequent departures from my life. But then, by glorious intervention brought to me through my daily morning meditations, I realized this was all part of the plan. Well, the universe's plan, that is. See, I've been doing some extreme self work since the beginning of the year, and it has elevated my consciousness in meaningful ways. In January, I did a 30-day yoga and meditation challenge to kickstart my daily spiritual practices. I had to do a yoga session followed by meditation for every day for a month. Can you imagine? Then in February, I started a 90-day workout challenge that required me to do some form of workout every day for, you guessed it, 90 days. I'm on day 36. Between these two challenges, I've been exhausted physically, but revived mentally and spiritually. So, how did these great self-care challenges create disaster in my life? Well, I stopped relating to the people I was hanging out with. At first, I tried to ignore the growing sinkhole developing between us, but in time it caught up to me. I had to either get out or be swallowed up with them. I need to include in this conversation that the people I no longer talk to are not bad people. In fact, they're all amazing in their own way. We just came to a fork in the road and I had to go left, and spirit pulled them to the right. You might think, well, Uma, it's not such a bad thing. You could have stayed friends with them. I understand that from your point of view, so hopefully you understand mine. I have a deep requirement of my friends to be two things: open-minded and chill. My inner circle is my safe place, my haven from the outer world. When I get together with my friends, Sarah, Danae, and Zarima, in person or online with my Lotus family members, I need to feel and have only one thing: fun. I'm not the friend who wants to focus on the bad in life or talk about my problems. I have a therapist for that. I'm not the friend that wants to gossip viciously and hurt other people. I have streams watching and reality TV shows for that. I am the friend that works extremely hard to create waves concerning my goals. So when it's time to relax, a rare occurrence, I need to be free and easy with the people I hang with. But I digress. This blog is not about my why for cutting cords. It's about the mindset reset I did to make myself feel better. No goodbye is ever easy, even if you are the one making cuts. Wait, no goodbye is ever easy, even if you are the one creating it. So I felt just awful after the 3 goodbyes I had to say this week until I remembered the law of duality. The law of duality simply states that everything is a continuum and has a complementary opposite within the whole. For example, there are 2 sides to a coin, but yet it is one coin. Or there is hot cold, but there is one medium such as water, just at different temperatures. The idea is whatever you create, something must be uncreated as a result. So let's apply that knowledge to my experiences. Since the beginning of the year, I have been steadfastly focused on my goals and creating a larger platform to run my big mouth. As a result of this action creation, other things had to be uncreated that were getting in the way of my goals. And that is what happened. One friend I had to let go of because they were consumed with revenge with an ex, and it became excessive. The mood swings and intense focus on someone else's actions were distracting for me because I found that after a call, and there were many calls with her, I would still be wondering about her. They did an unforgivably wasteful and privileged thing that turned me off, and I had to go. It was opposite to the way I live my life. I live my life with humility, fun, and service. Another theme, another friend, another friend was in a toxic relationship with someone that was jealous of me and our friendship, his words. I ignored it at first until this person started to interfere in my life, and subsequently, her ill behavior became a distraction for me. She did something very disrespectful, and I decided to leave. He can be okay with it. He's dating her, but not me. The third person was a relationship I just got into a few months until we decided to call it quits. It wasn't actually a bad ending, and we're still friends platonically. What happened was this person had a lot going on in his own life, and coupled that with the distance between us, we live 5 hours apart, and my own hectic schedule, it became more of a burden to plan to see each other than a blessing. We ended on good terms, and I'm actually glad for the experience because in the short time, he brought a lot of love and healing that I needed. I wish him the best always. Grudgingly, I let him go. The thing is, I'm aware now that I upped my game, and it would be silly and foolish to expect everyone around me to up theirs too. We were good when we met and we were on the same level, but life is ever happening. And me being the spiritual seeker that I am, I cannot sit still. I want to keep going because I want to see the best version of myself and see what that looks like. I want to feel what that feels like. So if I keep up leveling like this, I have to get used to the law of duality kicking in and reminding me, hey, Uma, these people you have outgrown. Now it's time for new experiences. I hear you, Spirit, and I'm excited to meet my new playmates. I chose to write on this topic this week because with all the planetary shifts happening, I'm sure you are going through some form of transformation for yourself. Are you? If so, I have some tips for you if you find yourself outgrowing the company you keep. I use them, and hopefully, if you use them too, they can garner a safe passage out of the old energy and into the new. Number one, communicate. Don't ghost people. I know it's never an easy conversation when you outgrow a friendship, relationship, or partnership, but it is cruel to just walk away without an explanation. These people did nothing wrong to deserve that. In each situation, I explained clearly or over explained, as my ex would say. why I was leaving, and I created space for dialogue. In only one situation, I did not have the conversation because the person showed no interest in me or my friendship. So I thought it best to keep it moving and leave it there. Number two, be ready for a fight, but don't fight. When you hit someone with the news that this isn't working and you're out, they're not going to receive it well. No one likes a breakup. So be prepared for them to throw low blows at you or fight back with their reason or logic. Remain calm, listen, and agree with them. Remember, they are not going to understand your reasons because you both are on different levels now. You can't hear them and they can't hear you. So the best thing is to just listen and let them vent and be firm in your decision. Now, if they debase or demean you, then get out of there quickly. One friend started attacking my character, saying I was never a good friend, anyways. And I drew a line quickly. I told her this conversation was done, as I did not need to tolerate disrespect. I wished her well, told her I was hanging up, and then did. Don't stick around to hear them hurt you because that stuff will stay with you for days, weeks, or even months and years. It's not your fault. You are growing and changing, and it's not their fault. They're choosing to stay where they're at. At all times, be respectful and kind as you can before leaving. Number three, grieve. Yes, you will miss them, their presence in your life, and that is okay. I cried and held hurt for a while, but I kept reminding myself this is needed because where I want to be and go requires my full attention and commitment. I cannot slow down for anyone, and that tends to make me feel better. Oh, and friends. I immersed myself in my other friendships and even spent a whole Sunday on the phone with a group of people for my healing. This Friday, I get to spend the whole day in person with my in person crew. All endings are hard, so surround yourself with kind and compassionate people who make time for you and bring the fun and laughter. Trust me, you're going to need it. Some of you might be listening to me thinking, oh God, Uma, I can't do that for the rest of my life. Have a turnover in my relationships every few months or years. The beautiful thing is, you don't have to. This is the life of someone who chooses self evolution over everything else: fame, riches, love, relationships. It isn't for everyone. This week, your homework is simple. Take an inventory of your life and see if the relationships in it are working for you. If they are, then good. Enjoy them while they last. And if they're not, well, now you have a few tools to help you navigate out of them and continue on your path at your pace. Keep going, and I will meet you at the top. Welcome in, everyone. That was my blog of the week. What did you guys think about that? I saw some comments. I'm going to try to scroll up and see if I missed any. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is Uma B coming to you with the Lotus Lounge. My plans. Okay, I did that. Let's see. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, 1111 is an angel number. It is the number, the awakening number, and that's why I chose it. My oldest and my youngest one's emotional. The other one is bold, but both are loving. They're 11 years apart and both born at 3 a.m. I'm gonna have to go more into that, Angie, because you know I'm all about the numbers, you know. So I'm definitely going to have to go into that. Happy International Women's Day. Welcome in. Um, let's see. My first time in here. I love it. Welcome in. It's like eating fast foods. We cannot heal when we surround ourselves with fast food places. I like that, Mike. That's a great description. All right. I'm in my office working and I feel relaxed listening to Uma. Thank you, Scan. Thank you so much. So listen, we're going to go move to the next part of my show, which is we're going to bring in the lovely Pisces. So if you guys can give her a warm welcome in the Lotus Lounge by putting some clapping hand emojis in the comments, we're bringing in Pisces so you could meet our streamer friend of the week. And we're going to talk about women and being a female and being a female streamer because it is Women's International Day and it is Women's History Month. So please clap it up for our beautiful Pisces. Hi, Pisces.
Hi,
How are you, love?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. You look beautiful. You look so
Thank
beautiful and
you.
exotic and lovely. How are you feeling today?
I'm good.
Awesome. Well, I want to introduce you to everybody. I'm just going to ask you questions. This is just going to be like a simple conversation. Ignore all the people. Sometimes I tell my guests, just turn off your comments and just like pretend like there's nobody here. It's just you and me. It could be very like nerve-wracking. So, the first thing I want to ask you is could you tell us a little bit about your streaming history? How long have you been on the app? What's your streaming journey been like?
Oh, I'm a new streamer.
Are we really doing that?
I mean, well, I mean, I've only been on I'm on Meetme now, so I've been on Meetme for I don't know 5 months now, I guess.
Okay.
But I streamed before forever ago, and well, during when everything took off with COVID and the home stuff,
Right.
and then I stopped streaming because I met the love of my life in my date box. No, that's not why
Ooh,
I stopped
so you
streaming.
see,
I
guys,
no, well, yes, I did meet the love of my life in my date box. That's not why I stopped streaming. I just kind of outgrew. I needed to be still. Like Uma was saying, there were some things that happened, and I was like, I'm going to separate myself from this relationship with this stream. And so we parted ways. And then I came back because when you get new
I know
information,
one time
sometimes you
I
can
do
make
need to
different
bring
decisions.
you, I definitely need to bring you back to talk about that because she did, guys, meet her husband on the app and they are very, very happily married. So, we definitely going to talk about it sometime because I
Yeah.
just want people to know, yes, these apps do work. You can meet the love of your life here and
I want
and
people to
create
know that
something
as
lasting.
well. That's absolutely why I came back to the app because I want people to know that.
Exactly. Yes, yay for love. So, what is your streams about? Like if people want to come and check you out, what do you stream about?
So I think like the pockets of Pisces are the times in which I stream is just because I want to make sure that I have a safe space for people to come and hopefully love. Like we just have regular conversations about love and life and elevation and obviously relationships because believe it or not, before you can be in a serious relationship, you have to master the art of friendship.
Oh,
That's a
I
relationship
love
skill.
that. I love that she said that. That's so true.
Yeah.
Wow. And do you have like a stream schedule when you stream?
I sure don't.
It's more like when my
But one
husband's not
day,
here, right?
yeah, exactly. One day I might get that together.
Okay. I love that. Yeah, I love her too. Where did you find Pi? Listen, I find the best people on this app. Let me tell you, every time you guys come here, you're going to meet the most interesting, loving, beautiful people. But like attracts like, so we gonna give Uma a little for that. Um, Pisces, it is International Women's Day. It is
Yeah.
Women's History Month. Could you talk to us a little bit about what it is being a female streamer? What has that experience been like for you? Is it mostly pleasant? Is it mostly not pleasant? What are the pros, the cons? What do you think?
You know what? Honestly, I feel like I've mostly had a good experience with streaming. However, it can be negative. I see negative things happen. I wanted to take this opportunity to remind everybody that representation matters. And that is why I decided to come back to the app to be a representation of POF success because my husband and I did meet on POF, but also to be a representation of positive marriage, positive Black marriage, positive Black
I
women.
love that.
Today, I'm rocking Bantu knots because it is International Women's Day. And unfortunately, in these United States, only 18 states have protection for minority and people of color to wear their hair however they choose. So we're literally having this issue in which we can't look how we want to look. That's why I'm on this app.
I love it. And guess what? We are recording this for YouTube. So we're going to help get your message out there, sis. We are absolutely going to get your message out there. So, what else would you like to tell us about your representation? Is there anything else you want us to know? Now, you have the floor, so you can tell us
You know
anything you want to talk about.
And this is just a real way. I don't ever pretend to have all of the answers, but I'm willing to have the dialogue. Stop by my stream on Fridays. Sometimes I do stream before we do Flashback Fridays because my husband and I actually have a podcast, which is the main reason why we decided to come back and have a presence on the app. It's important to maintain relationships even when you're in a relationship. You'll understand that on the car ride home, though.
Yes, yes. I'm a big advocate for people being in relationship, but having separate social lives. You know, like you have the social life together as a couple, but then you have like your group of friends and they have their group of friends. It's healthy, right? Don't you feel that's healthy?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
you don't
and
want
plus
to be too
you
codependent.
you're still an individual regardless of your relationship status. So I definitely think that that's important.
What do you say to people who say, oh, if I'm married, my husband is not going to go to no guys' night out. They're not going to go to the strip club. They're not going to go to, what's it like, pool night or casino night, or I don't even know these things.
You know what?
Gambling.
People always have these ideas of situations before they're in the situation, and I feel like it's best to wait until you have information that presents itself so that you can make an informed decision, as opposed to making a decision before you're already there, like you're putting the horse in front of the carriage. Yeah.
Beautiful.
The carriage in
Can I
front.
ask
Either
you,
way, it's backwards.
I, that part. What would you, there's a lot of single people on the app. And for those of you that want to be, you know, interactive and part of the experience, put a one in the comments if you're single. Hey, you never know. You might meet your mate right here in the comments, right?
You
Put a one in the
might.
comments if you're single and looking. Yes, put a one in the comments if you are single and looking. Thank you guys. Thank you. Because you know, you never know. You might just hit somebody and say, hey, what's up? For the single people, how do I word this? How would you say to them to pick a mate for life? That's it. Not just because I'm a dater. I'm a very
You are a
well-known
dater.
serial dater. I love it. I wear that title because I am more, you know, in life, you can either, you could be one focused on one thing at a time. I'm not focused on love. I'm focused on my career. And there will be
Mhm.
a time when I have settled in my career that I can look for forever love, right? But so I'm a serial dater. I'm okay with it. But for those people out there that are looking for the one, the marriage, the commitment, what advice do you have for them?
The advice that I have for anybody is that time is the one thing that you actually cannot recoup. So you should absolutely spend it wisely, and also understand that
Is that Clue?
I just
Hi,
I look
Clue.
at him and I think,
What's
like,
going on?
I often think I wish I had met him sooner. So um we tend to get in our own ways, and I would tell anybody, you can't recoup that time. Don't get in your way. Don't feel like anything is more important than your ultimate happiness, and they're not going to bury that money with you, Uma.
Huh, that part. But until I get buried, I'm gonna be having a real nice life out here. Let me tell you what. I'm gonna be, I'll be on a yacht somewhere, sipping bubblies and having a
Thinking
good old time by
Celine
myself.
Dion all by yourself.
All by myself. Well, probably have my girlfriends with me, but it's gonna be okay. We gonna have a good time. So for women, because you know we are doing the women's theme today because it's Women's History Month and International Women's Day. For women, do you have any protective advice for women getting into relationships? Like anything to make sure that women remember to be respected and loved and cared for and nurtured? Is there any advice you would give?
um you know what, I feel like I don't go around telling people you gotta love yourself before anybody could love you properly. However, and also, I listen to your intuition, because it's your own self-love reminding you that this is an uncomfortable situation. I can't tell you how to prevent something, but if you're in a situation, listen to your intuition.
Listen to your intuition. That's really good advice, guys. I mean, put a one in the comments if you had a breakup and you're like, I knew this was not going to work out. I knew I
Man,
shouldn't have done this, right?
I
Like, I
just
think that happens to all of us.
I
We're
knew
like,
he
oh
wasn't.
no, but it was, yeah, it was such a good time.
I
So
knew he
funny.
wasn't no mother.
the packaging looks so pretty, you know what I'm saying? It was a good time. Um, what would you say about your particular relationship? How, like, because I know you dated before, you know, this was not the first person you dated and ended up being married to, but what about your husband that made you realize this is the one for me?
Okay, so I was married before and then I was divorced. That part doesn't really matter, but I was very anti-marriage during those 7 years of my divorce singleness. Like, if I ever get married again, he would have to be Superman. This is usually when Clue says hello.
He's like, I'm Clark Kent right now. You know what's funny is I've been saying that. I said the next time I get in a relationship, it has to be with a unicorn. Because I'm a
Yeah.
unicorn. So I need a unicorn to be with a unicorn, you know what I'm saying? So he had to just be amazing to you. He just had to do it for you.
Yeah, well, that and you know, I have children, and you know, my son really, my son's not picking my husband. He's actually grown and gone, but he really liked him. Like, and men, I feel like this is important. Men, listen to me, come close. If other women admire her and deal with her and they're like, yo, that's a good chick, then she probably is a good chick. And if other men are like, that's a good dude, like that's the kind of guy that I want to be friends with, then they're probably a good guy, because iron sharpens iron till iron can recognize it. You feel me?
Ooh, we give snaps for that. And you said that at 444. So ooh, snap right here. You know, I gotta bring the numbers. I gotta bring the numbers in. That was tight. That was really tight. Snaps, snaps. So, what is your wish for the female population? If you could have had one wish for women everywhere, this country, other countries, or even if you want to do it separately, my wish for women in the U.S., my wish for the women worldwide, what would be your wish?
No, my wish for women everywhere is that they can feel comfortable in their skin. And even if that means you're getting skin removed or things added, as long as you feel comfortable in it, that is my wish for you, without anybody else having any input on it. Do it for you, sis.
I love that. She is so, listen, Pisces is one of the females I rock with on here. She's so motivational, inspirational, loving, kind, funny. She's very, very funny. And don't get a troll in your room because she will go off on them like it's no tomorrow. It's awesome. So guys, please hit Pisces with a fave. We're gonna bring her out the box. Thank you, Pisces, so much. Thank you, Clue, for being her support and supporting our lovely goddess. We adore her. And you guys hit her with the fave. And thank you so much for coming in. I love that, man. Love is love. I want to ask, as we transition now to the last part of our show where we do the readings for everybody, the free readings and stuff, I want to ask men and women in here, what is your one wish? And the reason why I ask that, people might say, oh, Uma, that's such a kid thing to do. No, it's not. It's very metaphysical because the thing is words matter. And every word we speak or think or we put out to the universe, it has the ability to manifest things. So let's do this for International Women's Day. Let's manifest some beautiful things for women. Reminder, this is a featured stream. So if you put anything vulgar or crass, the bouncers will kick you and then you're going to be banned from my stream. Okay. Thank you, Yolanda. Universe, I want someone that has my back always. Yes, it's very good to feel supported and loved. Absolutely, Sunny, I agree. Get rid of nepotism in the workplace. I wish that for women. I just want someone to be a ride or die. So let's put that wish out there for all women to have a partner that is loyal and faithful, right? And kind and beautiful, and has my back, to find my soulmate, hold on to her and never let go. So we're also wishing that. And I just want to remind you guys, just put in the comments, what do you wish for women on Women's International Day? All right, now I'm going to stop the recording for YouTube. Thank you guys that are watching us in the recording so much. My name is Top Badge Uma B1111. If you ever want to see me in person here on the streams, just download the Plenty of Fish app, come to the live stream section and find me, Uma B1111, and you can come in my streams and be part of this lovely experience.